And on the line, we have a gentleman. I think we have not talked with him in a very long time. I think it's the first time on the station. I might be right, I might be wrong. And some of you, if you're young enough or old enough, you'll remember him from the days of the National Pantomime. And he's also a singer himself. And whether he likes it or not, he's going to sing one tune today. Listeners, you notice that you don't hear a word from him.
I know. I am just listening for you, Mr. Darby.
Good morning, Mr. Audley Naine. How are you? Great to have you, my brother.
Very, very, very well, thanks, sir. And really, I'm so happy to be on your program.
And guess what? All of us are step up, but God still give you the talent. So, Messiah, you're going to sing a little tune. A nice religious tune for me before you leave here today, but I don't going to start give you trouble so early. But just remind our listeners the area that you're from, because you're going to give us an update basically on those areas, some of the things you're working on, the needs of the community. Plus, you want to mention any national concerns that you have, then fine. Yes, we're talking to Mr. Audley Naine.
Well, Vernon, again, let me say how happy I am to be on your program.
Great to have you, my brother.
This is the first time I'm calling in on your program since you have been at this other station. Point is, I must tell you that we have so much in common, yes. Vernon. We're going back, way, way back. And
but I tell the nation how old I am, it's my old man.
Right, I'm not going to disclose that. I notice you're telling your audience that I'm a singer, but I'm sure most of them don't know that you're an organist.
I don't.
Yes,
I hardly think anybody know that, yes. Yeah.
And especially, I wanted to say now that I have Pastor Bowen on your station.
Yes.
She happens to live in my community.
Oh, right? I see. What a mix-up. Listen, pure mix-up.
No, it's not a mix-up. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Those are facts. She's my very, very, very close neighbor.
Right.
So you have to be very careful, Vernon, what you said about me. Right. Okay, good. I am from the community of Lauriston in Spanish Town. Mm-hmm. And you know that, you have been to my house maybe one or twice. I don't know how long ago. It's a long, long time.
Long time.
You don't even remember what the area looks like.
No, sir. Mm-mm. Years.
Right. I have been the president, unfortunately, for 33 years. Mm-hmm. Because nobody wants to take on voluntary service.
That's a national problem. Mm-hmm.
So every time that the time comes for an election, I'm re-elected. And the truth is, Vernon, I can't say no, because the truth is I live in the community and I want the best for the community.
And by the way, if you slip, there were many to cut you down.
Oh yes. That is. I'm so glad that you brought that in, because no matter how you try, no matter how you give of yourself, any mishap, you're going to pay dearly for it.
Right.
And people will scorn you like how they did for Jesus, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't remember the good thing that he did.
No.
But when he was in the hands of the enemy, they rejected him, and I'm sure that will happen. And that will happen to any leader, that is, anyone.
And by the way, don't forget, when they were asked, who you want to have?
Thank you.
All right. Same thing is happening nowadays, who's the superstar? Right?
We would say it's old-time days, but that's old-time. It's today. It's current.
Same
today.
Give us Barnabas.
Yes.
And by the way,
the big man.
Suppose Vernon Darby should put up himself as a possible prime minister and a gentleman who is incarcerated for ending the lives of some persons. I guarantee you that if both of us should run as prime minister, he would win. I think we have lost him. We're going to try to get back Mr. Audley Naine, and we're trying to make effort. So you continue to stay with us. This is Talk Your Talk. You're listening to Omega Radio, and we're coming to you live from Kingston, Jamaica. And we're broadcasting on the FM band at 89.1 and 89.3 right here in Kingston, Jamaica, and also out of Fort Lauderdale at 101.9 FM. And
I see you're having a technical problem.
yes,
Man.
we're back. We're back
Yes,
with you
yes.
again. Sorry about that, my friend.
No problem, my brother. That's how it is.
Right.
Well, as I was saying, I'm from Lauriston in Spanish Town, and I have served as the president for that length of time. Still continue to do that, but one of the major problems that we're having in the community, as we speak, Vernon, is the roads. We have absolutely no roads. The roads are atrocious. We have 21 roads in Lauriston, 21. And of the 21, I think one that is a little habitable is one. So we are left with 20 roads that are in a rather deplorable condition. We have nice houses. People really build their houses, and they take pride in building their houses. But the roads, and it's something that I have been talking about for a long time.
Who's the member of parliament?
We have a woman by the name of Miss Denise Daly.
Of course I know.
Daly.
We need to get her one of these days, Yes, I know her.
Right.
Who's the councillor?
We have a Miss Keisha Lewis. And she has been the councillor for 16 years. She became the councillor in 2007. And today, the roads, I think I blame that on her because I think she lobbied hard enough.
No, you can't blame her.
I'm saying to you, I'm just saying that's my word, not her.
Well, I am telling you, the people don't mind.
I think if we had her at quite a few of our meetings, and we have asked her if she can even try to fix one road per year. That's not asking of too much.
But guess what? Remember I tell you this. If the people are not happy with what is happening, should not be there still. So you don't blame her.
Well, yes. Well, I'm not blaming her. But, Mr. Darby, if you're working at Omega and you can make a change, you do it. Because let me tell you something. If you are as Martin
Luther King, politics around here, do you know? So don't you make that comparison. You have business.
No, but if Martin Luther, if you're a street cleaner, you must be the best. And I think if I was a politician and I get the support of the people, I would be in turn supporting them, and this happens in both political parties.
That's why you're not a politician.
Right. So am I. Because I don't think the politicians really take seriously their constituents that they represent.
But remember, I tell you, it is the people who don't take it seriously. You see, you know why you're president so long? Because you want to. Paid. Because they don't care.
Exactly.
Nobody's going to come out that role.
No.
And I will tell you, if tomorrow you would decide you're going to resign, I guarantee you it's dead. Yeah, they'll find fault with it. Same thing with the roads. If the people decide and say the roads must be fixed, and if it's not fixed, then somebody is going to pay for it dearly.
Yeah.
Votes are important, But let me tell you, some of the poorest areas in Jamaica are some of the most committed, have some of the most committed people to a particular party. That's a fact of life.
It's true.
The other people don't care.
It is it's very sad though, because
very sad.
you whether or not you elect people to look over your need. There are certain things that I must tell you that in the community, our water situation is very good. Our street
what?
I think
I hope NWC is listening. What the situation is good?
Because let me tell you something. I'm really like I don't stop. Whenever there is a problem, I go at it.
Right.
And that's why when we meet every first Sunday,
we
discuss issues that are affecting the community. But we can get to Water Commission, we can get to the JPSCO, or not the phone services, because the phone services are very, very good. Both, you can, on a daily basis, you will see the both companies walking in the area, soliciting help, their people to join them or to move from one to the other.
Yeah.
So it's on a daily basis. Our garbage collection is excellent. Right, so I'm talking about the other thing.
Mr. Gordon, the chief garbage man,
Yes, Audley called me. Yes,
They're
because the
commending you,
truth
my
is, I
friend.
must tell you that, Mr. Darby, I have a number to Mr. Gordon, and any minute that the truck doesn't come for a week, I call him, and he dispatches the service
Immediately.
truck to the area.
Because, let me tell you, the problem with the garbage collection is you're not fully computerized. And when you have operation right across the island, you have to depend on persons to provide feedback.
Right. Right. So you see, those are the areas but as I said before, our major challenge is our roads. Because we can't, at first we went in, we tried to see if we could work with the people and get money and we asked each person come on each street if they could help by buying material. But it's a very expensive thing.
Well, guess what?
So
if you start doing that, government might get smart. I say you don't need us.
Right, no. If we could do that, we'd have done it.
Yes,
we can't.
yes.
We have tried it. The signs in the community is another problem.
The signs, as a road signs.
The road signs, there's absolute, maybe one or two that is still up. And we, as an association, we went out and we tried to get help. We did have fundraising. We put up a few of the signs. Before we could finish putting them up, they were taken down by the scrap metal people. Right, so now we have to be finding an innovative way of finding a way where we can make the concrete signs, but you can't see them there. But we need still...
Careful, may you talk too early?
No, it is true. I'm just talking the truth.
Yeah,
I'm on your program to talk the truth and
but
nothing
guess
but
what?
the truth.
You say you put up the concrete one, and they might soon
Well, we see, because I don't think they will want it. They may deface it, but I think to take it, they won't.
All right. We will see. This is Jamaica. This is Jamaica land we live in. It's amazing.
And, Mr. Darby, I want to commend you because I want to say to you, your medium, you are looking for community development.
Oh, yes.
And you have started it from you were elsewhere. You're always inviting people from communities to call you in to discuss issues. And then you also speak to the member of parliament, you speak to the councillors, and whoever you can speak to, because that's one of the things that the media in Jamaica is lacking. You have now brought a lot of the communities on stream, and it's so very, very good. And I'm use this opportunity to say other communities, use your program, because your program is very wide and it can garner some very strong support.
And if I get the support, I can do more.
Yes. If they call you, I'm sure you will have the ways and the means of.
Yes.
I think when I said to you, ask me who is the member of parliament, and I told you. You said you will have to get her.
Yeah,
I told you who the council. You said you'll have to get her. And those.
And don't worry, when I'm talking with you, you'll never hear me say on radio. All the MPs listening, and that's the end of it.
I know, but you see, when you call them up,
yes,
Mr. Darby, when you call them up, in fairness, you may call one or two times and they refused. But the third time, and especially when we are
if they refuse,
election,
the good Lord help them. Listen,
when we are in an election mode, trust me, everybody wants to come and share their thing, So therefore, it's a good time right now to start imploring them that if you don't do better, then don't come to us. I think that's how we should really approach it.
As a matter of fact, me a troublemaker, you realize when I'm talking to you, I'm calling her right now.
I would don't mind it. I would love to share my thoughts with her.
But no, you won't be able to, because I'm calling her from my phone. And
okay.
I hope she has the same number. You'll probably hear it ringing.
I heard.
But she probably in
Parliament.
Parliament.
Remember, today is Parliament.
But let it ring.
You have reached the voicemail box of 1-8.
Yes, she probably is. All right.
And maybe she's in Parliament.
So,
but I'm sure you can approach her another time, because
I will.
It's important. The people are in the communities, especially the main road into the community.
Yes.
It is so very, very bad. Very, very bad.
What's the name of the main road?
The main road is Kimberley Drive. Kimberley. and the other main entrance is Bonnie Blue Flag Boulevard. That was recently
Bonnie
got
View, Bonnie View what?
Bonnie Blue Flag.
Oh, Bonnie Blue
All the
Flag.
names were after the developer, Racehorse. He was a racehorse developer in the.
But let me ask you something. You're sure that all these roads have been handed over to the parish council? Or?
Yes, I don't think they are. I don't think they are.
That's part of the problem, you know.
No, but Mr. Darby, but I still have a problem where that is concerned. Because the truth about it, every single soul that lives on each of these roads or in other community that is not taken over by the parish council, you still have to pay your taxes.
Yeah, but guess what? The problem is if a private developer develops an area and it's not done to the specifications of the parish council, they're not going to take it over.
I know, but that we're talking about in the early 50s.
It don't matter, you know. No matter.
No, but then, Mr. Darby, are you saying to me, I understand the point that you're making, but I'm saying to you, these are areas, a lot of them. In fact, most of Jamaica development has never taken over by the parish council.
Yeah,
Never,
but it means let me tell you what needs to be done now. The citizens need to take charge. So if you're going to buy a house in an area, you must make sure that part of your contractual agreement is that when you're going to pay your final payment, everything must be sorted out. The sewage system, everything must be handed over.
That's a house, Mr. Darby.
No, we're talking about...
That's a house. When you're coming into an area and buy a piece of land, at the point when you see, if you want to live in Lauriston, and you happen to drive through and you see a piece of land, or you ask, how can I get this? And you buy the land. The truth about it, Mr. Darby, you're not going to inquire whether the land...
Good, I can't tell you. That's why this program is important. The first thing you do, you must work with a lawyer. And the lawyer...
They do.
No, hold on. And not only should you work with a lawyer, you must ask the right question. And the lawyer can ascertain that. You see, when you're going to spend your money to buy a house, the largest amount of money you'll ever spend, you need to know, for example, is the sewage system being run by the NWC? And I'm telling you, you have some areas that are having major problems because the NWC said they're not going to take it over because of the way the thing is structured. Some of them are looked after by private individuals, and they just can't manage. So if you're going to buy, that's why we have a program called Real Estate. You know, let me tell you something. If more persons listen to this program and see, remember they're not teaching civics in most schools. They start off, it's something that I've really lobbied for years now. Therefore, you know your physics, your chemistry, your mathematics, but there are basic things to live that we don't know. So, for example, if you go and buy a plot of land, you need to find out how many persons live there. Will JPS supply the area with electricity? 1. 2. The roads. Who is responsible for the roads? And if you can ascertain who's, and it's easy, you know, you go to the parish council, because don't forget, when you're going to build a house, it's supposed to be passed by the parish council. So your lawyer should check out all of these things. Check out, for example, if there's any caveat on the land, that kind of thing. These are due diligence things that you need to check out when you're going to buy property. That's why we have this program, and I guess why. I've made many mistakes, so that's why I probably am one of the best person to be in this program.
I understand. I know that one.
Yes.
Anyway, but the point I'm making, Vernon, a little person like Pastor Bowen, buying a piece of land because I used her as an example.
Right.
She's buying a piece of land in Lauriston, and you live here, you love here. You're not going to go, what you want to ensure that the land that you're buying and the facility, because we have proper light, as I said before, we have proper water, we have all the amenities. We have roads, you know, the roads were in perfect condition when I came here 35 years ago. The roads were perfect.
By the way,
I must tell you.
And I'm going to change my point. You have
no, but
to ensure.
I heard what you said.
Have to ensure. Marky, we don't know that, you know, we don't know.
The lack of maintenance.
But I'm saying to you, help me out. Check to find out, because I'm going to need the information. You said it to me to find out who is responsible for the roads in the area. That's very crucial.
Yes, it is crucial.
Yeah.
It is crucial.
But guess what now? We're coming now to the end, you see? And I haven't heard Audley Naine sing in many, many years. You're going to leave the show singing one of your favorite. But I
wonder which one that is.
Anyone.
Oh, my God.
You don't back up, says you alone. Just start. Oh, you had enough time to practice. So.
All right. I must have the Savior with me, for I dare not walk alone. I must feel His presence near me, and His arms around the throne. Then my soul shall fear no ill. Let Him lead me where He will. I will go without a murmur, and His footsteps follow Him.
Next verse.
Oh my God! No,
Continue, no, just continue, just continue, no, just continue, just continue. If you just spoil up.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you very much, Audley Naine.
You're welcome. And thanks for having me.
And you are still a great singer. I hope that persons do call you and ask you to sing. You have a wonderful voice, sing very strong and powerful.
Thank you very much for having me.
You are getting.
Thank you.
See how you get big clap. You're getting older, but the voice still sounds young and fresh. Take care. That's Audley Naine from Launceston there in Spanish.